Sagittarius, hi. So this is going to be a reading for the month of December 2023. And I'll do the reading for you and then I'll close it off with a oracle card. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended at the end of the video. You can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Now let's see, Saggy. What is happening for you in December? The Knight of Wands as the overall energy. I'll take that as your energy, you know, very passionate, very fiery, very, yeah, it's Saggy season, let's go. Yeah, cool. Starting off the reading, you get the Five of Wands crossed by the Page of Cups. There's some conflict here that surrounds you at this time, and I feel like you're approaching it from a place of love, or trying to at least. In your focus here, the Queen of Cups, so definitely standing in your heart being fully open in general, but especially towards whatever's going on here. In the recent past, the Seven of Cups, maybe some choices needed to be made there. In your strength, the Wheel of Fortune. You have the ability to change something here, to kind of shift something, possibly even for the better in a particular situation. In the immediate future, the Nine of Swords, there's a little bit of stressing going on about something. Supporting this reading, the Page of Pentacles. You're learning new ways on how to treat situations that may appear painful, conflicting, not that great in energy. So it almost looks like this Page of Pentacles comes through, especially after looking at your reading, as a learning experience for you. Okay, so I'm doing things a little bit different this time around, you know? The energy that surrounds you, and you may not be aware of it, the Hangman, that's the greatest energy, that you are going to learn how to approach things from different angles, because you're just standing still. You let things happen, and then you're like, okay, let's see what we can do with that. So you're not responding right away as something happens, like, oh yeah, okay, let's go respond, let's react to it. Not really. You're coming from a place of standing still. You know, within yourself, energetically speaking, you're just like letting things happen. And then taking your time to look at it from different angles and go in it from, you know. So it's almost like learning the art of not even patience, of non-reactivity to things. Interesting. In your hopes and fears, the Empress, that's somebody you're looking at here. And you're giving me a sense of whoever this is very important to you. They do carry a whole lot of energy, especially in this reading. I'm getting it as a motherly kind of energy. So I don't know who this is to you, but they mean a lot to you anyway. For the potential outcome, the Strength card. This is not easy. You're making it look easy. You're making it look quite easy, okay? Not responding, especially as a fire sign, and I know that. You know, not responding from that place of, oh yeah, you said that, you did that, okay, let me respond. You don't have to all the time, you know? So it's not an easy lesson you're engaged in right now. Let's clarify. Let's see what's up. It's not about patience. It's about reactivity more than anything, you know? Which is quite interesting. For the Knight of Wands, you get the Emperor, the Hermit, the Page of Wands. Yep. There's been a lot of healing on your side to get to this point of, okay, I need to give myself enough time to respond to this, rather than, let me be a fire sign. Let me be a Saggy. Let me friggin' respond to this. I got the response right here. Let's go, baby. No. There's been a lot of slowness to things. There's been a lot of, okay, I did my inner work. I'm taking my sweet time now, you know? Yeah, interesting. This is going to be an interesting reading here. Let's do the Five of Wands. The Justice card, the Two of Cups, the Six of Cups. There's some sort of conflict. There's a soul connection attached to you at this time, which could be anybody. It could be a best friend or a very close friend to you, a family dynamic kind of deal. Could even be romantic, could be anything. But it is you're showing me the soul connection, and then you're showing me the energy of love that surrounds it. So it's definitely, there's a lot of love there. And right now it's kind of going through something. There's something shaking things up here. And I do see you trying to balance it out, but balance it out by showing up in love, you know, more than anything. Instead of, let's correct this, let's fix this. No, you're just kind of bringing in the energy of love there over it. For the Page of Cups, you get the Seven of Cups, the Three of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles. Interesting. I love your approach. And it's quite painful at times, because it's hard to show up in love and support and create space for a situation when the situation is struggling, when it's bringing energy that's just kind of throwing shit in your face, and you're just there, just creating space for it. Very hard. Not easy. But I see you looking at ways and just kind of minding your own business at the same time. Being like, okay, you know, I gotta do my own thing still. I gotta kind of live too. I can't be here all the time. Just, okay, I'm showing up in love and support. No, I have my own life to do. I can show up in love and support for a situation and still kind of carry on with my stuff. All right, let me do the Queen of Cups in your focus. The Death card, the Ace of Swords, the Two of Pentacles. Well, you do have times where you lose it too. You know, as I said, you're in the middle of learning this lesson. So you have the tendency at times to be like, okay, this is too hard, too complicated. Fuck this shit. I don't need this in my life. Fuck this. But then the minute you kind of fall into this place, you're kind of wobbly. You're like, okay, I don't know what's going on. You know. So I don't see you walking away. I see you having that split Sagi coming out of you and being like, okay, then who did this? Who made me do this? Why did I choose to do this? But it doesn't feel good afterwards. And in contrast, when you're showing up in this energy of creating space from your heart, from a place of love, yes, it's hard. Yes, it's difficult. But man, it feels more stable at the end of the day. This one here, I don't want to, you know, doesn't feel good at all at the end of the day. It feels quite wobbly. Let's do the Seven of Cups in the recent past. Three of Cups, Ten of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. There's a lot of trial and error here for you in terms of dealing with possibly the exact same situation or other situations that were meaningful to you, but dealing with them from a place of, all right, what can I do to fix this? So from a very different place. You're almost showing me the opposite extreme of where you're at today with this, or what you're trying to do with this one in a very different way than you did in the past. This is almost like a standard, like a pattern that you would show up in. And it's not only you, it's 99.9% of the people that are doing this, focusing on, okay, when something looks broken, okay, let's try to fix it. How do we do that? Let's focus on how we try to fix it, when all we have to do is show up and love what you're trying to do right here, you know? But from those experiences, I see you learning more and more how to focus on yourself, how to put yourself first, how to love yourself. And that's why you have the ability right now to show up in that energy for whatever this is. Let's do the Wheel of Fortune in your strength, the Five of Swords, the Four of Cups, the Empress. Yeah, you're upset at times. You know, you're upset that things aren't balanced, that things aren't showing up the way that they should, or is it the way that you want them to? Because you're showing me two energies here, but you're combining them. You're giving me a sense of, yeah, I'm kind of pissed off. I'm kind of upset here because things aren't showing up in the way that they should, but behind that should word, you're saying the way I want them to. Because you wouldn't be upset if things turned out in the way that they should, then you would leave it up to the universe. You would accept how things are. When you don't accept how things are, you want them to show up in a different way. So you're kind of combining two energies here, trying to kind of trick yourself, me, anybody that kind of is faced with this kind of an energy. So again, I have no idea who this is to you, but again, giving me a sense of it's someone very important, you know, but you're still kind of struggling between the concept of accepting how things are and just kind of showing up with love and support for that, or twisting things in such a way that it benefits you, or trying to control the situation in such a way that you feel good about it. It's quite the deceptive energy there, when a sense of I'm upset. You wouldn't be upset if you would accept that things are the way they are. Maybe they're shaky at this time, you know, maybe, who knows, it's a little rocky. The path is rocky at this time. What are you going to do? Pick up all the rocks and throw them to the side to make it smooth? You could do that. Or accept, yeah, this sucks. Ew. But I'm going to keep on going. And yeah, it's going to hurt my feet. It's going to do this and that and the other. But I'm going to keep on going. You know? Let's do the 9 of Swords in the immediate future. 8 of Wands, the Star, the 8 of Swords. This is when expectation is starting to build up. You have to be very cautious with this one, because you're giving me a sense of I'm sending my energy towards whoever this is, and it starts from the place of acceptance here. Like, if you're not accepting how things are, then yes, you're going to leave room for expectation to build up. You're giving me a sense that you're sending energy in the direction of whoever this is, but you're sending it through the filter of, I want the result, the end result, to be this. And again, that's lack of acceptance. That's the need to control things. That's expectation. Because then you're showing up quite, I wonder if they will turn up like I want them to. And then behind all that, there's a lot of stress. So why would you do that to yourself? You know? Let's do the Page of Pentacles. In the supportive energies, the World card, the 9 of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles. You're giving me one lesson after another, one after another, one after another. You know, to stand in your power. You're definitely coming out of learning some sort of valuable lesson that the situation is teaching you. And now you're stepping into the next chapter of what the situation is teaching you, which is standing in your power. You know? And there's a whole lot of hints towards the part of acceptance of where things are. So it's quite interesting. Let's do the Hangman in the hidden energies, the Knight of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles. That's the energy, the standing still energy. The showing up in love, showing up in your power. And just kind of embracing and accepting everything that's going on. Well, with limits. If whoever you're dealing with is an asshole and is abusing or whatever, no, we're not talking about that. But we're talking if this situation where you're connected to someone and you're experiencing together a rough patch in the road, you know, are you gonna kind of come at it from energies of fear, insecurity, expectations, lack of acceptance and all of that, which is just going to make it even harder? Or are you going to show up in it with love and acceptance? Because that changes the dynamic of things. That may make the path run smoother, you know? Yes, still a little bit rocky, but a little smoother. Where it's like, oh, I didn't even notice that the rocks were gone at some point, you know? For the Empress in your hopes and fears, you get the 7 of Swords, the King of Pentacles, the High Priestess. All right. I mean, right now, it almost feels like your intuition is kind of calling you towards the direction of self a lot, working on something that has to do with you, your own sense of stability. And it feels like you're being pulled away from this for a little bit while you focus on that. If you embody this energy of standing still in love and support and acceptance for this, physically, you can do whatever the hell you want. You can be at the end of the world, you know, far away from this. Because this is an energetic thing that you're doing. But it almost feels like it shows up in your fear. Like, okay, but if I start to focus on myself, then am I being pulled away from this? Like, I'm not going to be here anymore? You're still here, energetically speaking. But something's calling you. Something inside of you is telling you you should start focusing on this. And if you let fear run the show, then yeah, it'll tell you, if you start giving attention to this, what's going to happen to this? You're not going to be here available for this one, which is a bunch of crap. Because you're always available for this energetically. You know, we need to start differentiating between physically and energetically. You don't have to be there physically for this one to show up in love and support, energetically speaking. You know, a lot of people mistake that with, well, I have to call them every 5 minutes to check in on them. That's not support. That's actually, you know, invading someone's space. That's not creating space at all. You know, so no. Let's do the Strength card. For the potential outcome, you get the Fool, the Moon, the Tower. Whoa. This is trust, but this is trust at a very different level than you achieved up to this point of your life even. This is trusting fully yourself and trusting fully the universe. It takes a lot to get there, but I see you getting there. And you would be amazed at how everything, every little inch of your life changes completely when you start doing that. But I see you going there. I mean, you just kind of let it all unfold. And you just trust yourself and the universe to the extent of, I'm on the right path. Everything's going to be okay, and everything's going to fall into the place that it needs to fall into without me having to direct it. This is reaching a new level of trust here. Very deep. I don't even know how the hell you got there. Just like that. Well, there are indications of that through the lessons you're learning, but let me see what the universe has. The Ace of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands. You're doing good. I don't know what the hell you're doing, but you're doing good. And when it comes to your own sense of stability, if your intuition is pointing you towards, okay, you need to start now or do this now, listen to it. Because that energy is very potent at this time for you. You're not going to take away from anywhere else. You're still showing up energetically. You're there as a pretty steady something in there. You're not going anywhere from that place of support and love for the situation. But you are leaning a lot into energies of self, and especially regarding the material, your sense of stability. And again, I see your intuition calling you, and I see the energies being available from the universe as well. So if at any time you feel, okay, I need to go focus on this, listen to yourself, you know? So let's do the Imperial Dragon Oracle for you. You get the Firmament. What the hell is that? I don't even know what the fuck that is. Number 17. It's nice to discover new words here. Firmament. Number 17, traditional name, the star, energy, the unending cosmos, keyword meaning, hope. Gazing at a starry sky on a clear night reminds us that the only limitations that exist in our world are those that we create ourselves by what we choose to believe or disbelieve. There is no end to what we can achieve, just as there are no limits to the firmament I'm gonna have to Google that. The blanket on which the stars are laid. Oh, what? This card signifies the eternal hope that can carry us through even the most challenging of circumstances. Meaning, if there is an issue that concerns you, this card helps you to let those concerns go and stay in a place of hope. The future is bright and filled with possibilities, so don't subscribe to any self-limiting philosophies. Everything is exactly as it needs to be, and all is well. The energies around you are all working in your favor. The sky's the limit. You're definitely getting to that point in this reading, so I still don't know what that word means, but English is my second language, so I always use that as an excuse when I find a word and I'm like, what the fuck is that? And it's not an excuse, it's the truth. I'm like, I don't know. Anyways, that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time. Bye.